Hello everybody and welcome back to FFL Boss Tutorials. Today I'm actually going to recover the acquisitions because we've made so many changes within our system since the last time I created an acquisitions video. I thought it would be about time to go through that again and just kind of walk you through how our new system functions. So from the dashboard, just click on Acquisitions. This will immediately take you to the Acquisitions table. From the acquisitions table, you can actually search for any acquisition that you have ever done just by clicking up here in the search box and typing in maybe, let's say, a serial number. As you can see here, I've done two separate acquisitions with this particular firearm. So the way that you do an acquisition is just click the Add Acquisition up here in the upper right-hand corner. Make sure that your location and your bound book are accurate. If you have multiple locations, that's the only time you'd need to be concerned about that. If you only have one, then no worries. Make sure that the correct bound book is chosen for the acquisition. Select whether it is a dealer or a customer. If it is a dealer and you have used this dealer before, it will be in your drop-down menu. If not, you can add that dealer by clicking on this button, either manually adding that dealer or fire department or police department or military base. If they have an FFL, you actually don't have to add them here. You can look them up. So let's look at my company's name, Trigger Trip Firearms. And what we see here is it pulls up. You can just select that, click autofill, and then it'll add it. I actually cannot add it yet again because what will happen is it will say you've already added this dealer before they are in your account. So that helps you to not add that dealer more than one time. So let's just choose an existing dealer and go from there. Let's say you're going to be doing an acquisition from, how about RSR Group? That's a pretty popular one. As soon as I choose RSR Group, I see that there is an FFL Easy Check validation, and there is an additional video on the FFL Easy Check validation if you want to watch that. The next thing is making sure that the date and time are accurate. If you want to put in notes, go ahead. The next thing that you'll want to do is go ahead and click New. Now from here you have a couple of different things that you can do. You can either do a Skew Lookup. You can do a UPC scan actually, UPC or Skew scan of that. If you wish to do a Skew Lookup, simply type in the SKU of that particular item and it will pull in all of this information over here. But since I don't necessarily have a SKU that I want to look up right off the top of my head, I'm going to go ahead and choose a shotgun. Let's say that is made by Mossberg. Choose the model of, I think it's called the Destroyer. I can't remember honestly. Caliber of 12 gauge. If I wish to put in a SKU, I can. And what will happen is if I put in a SKU here, the system will save it as that SKU. So next time I can just type in that SKU and it'll pull up this particular item. Now a couple of things that we've done since the last video is we have created a sequential serial number add. What you can do is start off with, say, 001, and the reason that I had to do zeros in front is because I wanted to do a triple digit add. This will add 100 firearms all at once, so I can calculate and then add them. If I wish to do a smaller number, I have to add, so let's say I'm only going to do 20 acquisitions, 20 firearms that I bought from RSR. If I press calculate, it'll actually create an error that says you need to start your very first number with a 0. It needs to lead with a 0. Because you have 2 digits over here, you need 2 digits over here. So if I click that and now press calculate, it's going to automatically calculate all 20 firearms. So let's say I'm going to add these firearms right here. Go ahead and click save. It will populate your acquisition list, and then I have to finalize the acquisition. If I don't finalize, what will happen is all of these firearms get placed in a limbo status that is called never acquired, and you would have to eventually go back into the system, pull those items, and finalize the acquisition on those. That completes the acquisition stage, and as you can see, there are quite a bit more features and functionalities in the acquisition than the last time we did a video. Once again, everybody, thank you for using TAD Software, your FFL software provider.